Loss, the second longest unbeaten run in team history. Remember the 15 straight early in 2013? Can they get there? Well, it's one match at a time, and we are underway at Providence Park. Square pass picked off out there by Silva. Long switch is not exactly coming off for the Timbers to this point in the match. Silva keeps going, pulls it back. Ty Dare scores. Montreal up 1-0, 23rd minute.
Comes from an error from the Timbers. It's a sloppy pass across to centre-back Cascante, who's scrambling. And just falling over the body, a little clumsy from him. And all of a sudden now you've got the wrong man on the ball. And when he picks out the pass into Ty Dare, makes no mistake. He's stepping up in a good area. He's waiting for the ball to come on to him. Those 6 wins out of 7 being a clean sheet.
Flag stays down. Armenteros collects it in the corner, looking for Diego Valeri, who heads it over the crossbar. Sandwiched by a pair of Impact defenders, nearly leveled things for Portland.
Who rises well. He's got 2 bodies around him, and that bump from Lovitz is just enough.
That ground that's in front of the back four when the ball gets in behind.
Dangerous ball. Punched away. Oh, it fell to the feet of Paredes. Now Armenteros scores!
From Evan Bush, when this ball's put into the box, out his pal, just looking for Armenteros. Here, Bush should be gobbling that ball up, but he dropped.
Interesting also to watch that goal and see the composure that it takes from Armenteros to let that ball drop to him. A lot of strikers may let that ball.
Vertical pass, and right back up the other field come the Impact to take the lead again. Matteo Mancuso.
The question is whether Mancuso is onside. It's a lovely ball over top, and he's not tracked. Clearly onside. He gets between defenders, and that ball is lofted perfectly onto the chest. And Mancuso, he hasn't done a lot of this season.
Olam will go back for Mabiala. Blanco in between the lines, chipping forward for Valeri, left-footed volley. Just didn't get quite enough of a touch on that, and Bush was in the right space.
Looking more on that like a 4-3-3. We talk about the Timbers with Blanco Valeri getting in spaces. Montreal has that as well.
Piatti for Silva.
Oh. It's really going to be a defining game for these Timbers, really to find out what they're made of.
Blanco gets around Raitala. Evan Bush, strong hands, but there is Diego Valeri to rise, head, and score. All square at Providence Park. Another header goal for these Portland Timbers.
Comes about from Blanco, being nice and positive, getting on the right back Raitala, getting to the end line first, and putting the ball in with a bit of pace. And Evan Bush, the first one to Howard.
Off he goes. Remy Gard sent to the stands for whatever he said to the 4th official. Daniel Radford knocked him off balance a little bit and ends up on the ball. Olam, one touch wide for Blanco!
I tell you, Shulman's done just enough that he's spun Blanco around enough so he couldn't take the strike on.
Oh, the Travella off the bounce by Alves Powell. Quaresma of Portugal, and almost Powell for Portland.
And they certainly have had to work for it every little moment.
Bit fortunate, too, it must be said, with the miscues by Bush. But that is it. The unbeaten streak continues for these Portland Timbers.